Hi, my name is Jennifer Corona and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. What was the Cold War and which were some important dates? Well, it was a fight between the US and the Soviet Union after World War II. It started in the year 1947 and ended in the year 1991. It was a period of economic variations and social unrest. Some important dates were March 12, 1947, where the Truman Doctrine started, then June 5th, 1947, also where the Marshall Plan was put in action, which helps countries in poverty. Then it was the communists take took over Czechoslovakia in February 1st, 1948. Then the Berlin blockade in June 24, 1948. Then in August 29, 1949, the Russians tested their first atomic bomb. Then in November 1st, 1952, a bomb was developed by the Britain people. And then in May 14, 1955, the Warsaw Pact was put in action. Then the Sputnik launched. The Russians launched the Sputnik in in October 1957, and then in July 29, 1958, the NASA began a Mercury project. And more dates till 1991. What the term Cold War refers to? The term Cold War is a conflict between two countries that doesn't require necessarily military action. It pursues political and economic actions. These include propaganda, proxy wars, but above everything else, it is espionage. How the economic system, capitalism and socialism works? Well, capitalism, according to Investopedia.com 2020, is an economic system in which private business or different individuals own their capital goods. Adam Smith was the one that introduced this idea, and his ideas of the free market are the ones that open the world to capitalism. Then socialism, it is similar to communism, where the means of production are owned by the government. It believes that wealth and income should be equally shared among everyone. This is all according to Investopedia 2020 also. The theory of socialism was introduced by Karl Marx, and he said that the same amount of work he has given, society should give him back the same amount, but in another form. Here is an example of what is capitalism and socialism. Well, I did an interview to my uncle. He unfortunately couldn't be in audio today with us. His name is Francisco Garcia Pantoja, and he's 46 years old. So the questions were, what countries were the world leaders during this period? And he answered the United States of America and the USSR. Um, what was the economic system of his country at the time? Well, he was in Mexico, and it was capitalism. Where did the Cold War take place? Well, he said that mostly in the United States, Russia, Asia, and Europe. What opinion did the general public have of the Cold War? Well, he didn't have like an idea of what the general public thought. He said that everything depended on each country, but what he thinks is that the Cold War was more a fight between two countries who wanted to show that one was better than the other, that one had more political economic and social strength than the other, and all of this without the necessity of large armies of men. So, what type of weapon did the two world powers have at their disposal? Well, he said the nuclear weapons, chemical weapons, missiles, bombs, hydrogen bombs, and ballistic missiles. Uh, well, my opinion on the topic of the Cold War and the two economic systems. I think that the Cold War hasn't actually ended. We have seen a lot of things these past years that indicate this may be true. Espionage has become a trade in the modern world. People pay with information rather than currency, and this has become increasingly more dangerous. We live in dangerous times, and we can still see the fight for power between these big two countries. So, my opinion concerning each economic system is that capitalism is what works best because, well, I live in a capitalist country. There's a ladder that we all have to climb. The privatization of goods and services has been a great thing to help some countries grow. But I think that what Marx says is important too. We should receive what we give, but not everyone gives the same amount as other people do. So that's why I think socialism is a misguided economic system. Maybe in the future there will be a new economic system where people take the best of each system and create a new economic system that actually benefits all the world. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention.